yesterday, including an RBI and a bases loaded walk.
Has a couple different sizes. You can get the 4 ounce. We've got an 8 ounce family size, covers your whole family. Or if you just don't like a spray and you want to use a towelette, we have those as well. So right now, I know your kiddos are out playing sports. You want to keep them protected. Keep yourself protected while you're waiting for them, or just in and out and having fun, enjoying this sunshiny weather. Have those bugs chase you right down here to Simply Nutrition, and we'll hook you up with some great DEET-free, family-friendly bug spray.
Hi, this is Marlon Brucato from Sparks, Nevada, and you're listening to Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
Bottom of the fourth, Mac Larson, the new pitcher for the Seattle Studs. Billin went 3 innings, gave up just 1 hit, but 4 runs. He hit 5 and walked 2, so I call 7 free passes, and he struck out 1. Larson, a right-hander, comes in. Mac out of Tacoma, Washington, St. Cloud State University. He'll face Drew Stahl, Jack Grant, and Jeffrey David, 8, 9, and 1 for the Potters. So Larson's ready to go, and so is Drew Stahl. He lined out to shortstop his first time up. Came in at .253, a home run and 11 batted in. Larson's pitch is high and back to the screen. 1 ball and no strikes on Drew. Jack Grant hustles out and grabs it. Stones McCoy up here for some equipment repair between innings, but now he's back out in his spot. Stahl takes high for a ball. 2-0 on Drew. Out of Castle Rock, Colorado, by way of Phoenix, Arizona, and the University of Minnesota. Ground ball sharply but foul down the third base line between JP and third base back to him. Like, recognize that he was a real coach. And I'm sure we might have to keep that for the replay, because that might be the most exciting thing he does all day. Looks like Drew's going to be okay, though, so that's the main thing. I know Mom and Dad and brother are probably listening. We want to know he's all right. He takes the lead off of first. Now he takes a big lead, and they throw it back to first, and that ball gets away from the first baseman, and Drew's going to go, and Stones pointed to second base. Man, that guy's a good coach. Drew says, forget it, I'm going to third base, Mr. Stones, and he's in there. So the throwing error by the pitcher, and all the way to third base is Drew Stahl. So that'll probably what'll be made into a poster for Stones, as he pointed to second with his left arm straight out. That's really good. Here's the pitch on the way in the dirt to Jack Grant. 1 ball and no strikes on Jack. He's up here now with a guy on third and nobody out here in the fourth inning. That's high for a ball. 2-0 on Jack. Looks down at JP, and JP just says, if you find one you like, swing at it. That's coaching. Potters have some activity in their bullpen as well. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt, good block by Faria behind the plate. 3 balls and no strikes on Jack Grant. Larson looks in. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Grant takes outside corner, call a strike, 3-1. Jack didn't quite agree. I mean, he wants to hit, but that one was a little out there. But 3-1 now on Grant, out of Danville, California. Jeffrey David, the leadoff hitter, on deck. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Faria again. So Grant grabs another walk, his second of the game. He's at first. Stalled over third, and here's Jeffrey David, who popped to the catcher his first time up and came up his second time up looking for Bear and was hit by a pitch promptly, so he couldn't find the Bear. But he's up here now with a runner at first and third and nobody out, and we're in the fourth. Comes in at .409, 2 home runs, 25 batted in for Jeffrey David. Here's Larson's pitch. David takes outside for a ball. Jeffrey also with an amazing 18 doubles on the season so far in just 23 games. So he's driven in 25. He has 18 doubles. I'm sure Grant is probably going to go here. They throw over to first. They thought he was going to. And there goes the runner from third. Drew Stahl slides in across home. He is safe. So Stahl was waiting for the pitcher to throw over to first base. As soon as the throw was made, he sprinted for the plate and steals home for the 5th run of the game for the Potters. So Jack Grant acting the decoy. I think Stones probably told him to do that. And Drew was on it as soon as he saw that pitcher, Larson, move to first base. He was gone and slid head first across. Here's the pitch to David, in there for a strike on the outside corner. So Jeffrey now 1 ball and 1 strike. Potters lead it now 5-0. Still just have 1 hit. Grant at first base. Looks like he wants to go. David at the plate. Larson looks over. There's a line drive into left center field. Nobody's going to get that one. Keep going, Jack Grant. And it is up against the wall. David's in there for his 19th double, and Jack Grant scores. It's an RBI double for David, and the Potters now lead it 6-0. So finally got that second hit, and now it is 6-0 in favor of the Potters. And here's Mason Holt. Here's Holt. Jojo Villarreal is warmed up for the Potters, the left-hander in the bullpen, and now we're going to have a meeting at the mound for Seattle. They're going to make a change of some sort. They're calling in third baseman. That's Charlie Larson. They're all coming in, so we're going to step away for just a second, Chris, and we're going to let them talk, and we'll come back in just a couple of seconds. Right now, the Potters lead this one in the bottom of the 4th, 6-0.
Hey everybody, it's Michael from Goat House Brewing. I just wanted to tell everyone about the Farm and Barn Tour. Wonderful barbecue, we got goats, we got a donkey, we have fresh beer. You can come see how hops are grown. So we got 3 fresh beers on tap, and we'll be open from 11 to 5. And if you need more information about us, just visit us at www.goathousebrewing.com. See you at the farm.
And the meeting is over, and they're ready to face Mason Holt with Jeffrey David at second base. 2 runs in for the Potters. They lead at 6-0. Larson still out on the mound. That's Mac Larson. Here's the pitch. High and inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Mason Holt, who has been hit by a pitch, and then he's been hit by a pitch. So trying to get out of that rut. Came in at 375, still at 375. Has scored a run back in the 3rd for the Potters. Fastball outside for a ball. Kyle Strash, the second baseman, is holding on basically Jeffrey David, so that whole second base side, right side of the infield, kind of open for Mason Holt. Swing and a miss on a fastball, so it's 2-1 on Mason Holt. Garrett Forrester on deck for Lincoln. A walk to Stahl, a walk to Grant. Stahl scored on a steal of home, which they tried to pick off Grant at first base, and then a double by David scored Jack. David out at second base right now, and Mason Holt at the plate. Outside for a ball. 3-1 on Mason, out of Coppell, Texas, University of Louisiana Monroe, home of the Potter legend Logan Worm. Activity in the bullpen for Seattle. We are endeavoring to get a number of the guy. If he'll turn around, we'll figure out who it is. That is line drive into left field for a base hit. David's rounding third. They're going to hold him. He didn't want to hold, but he did. JP holds him up and makes the right call as the ball got in pretty quickly from Chris Bowe out there in left field. But you got a line drive single from Holt. Second hit of the inning, 3rd of the game for the Potters. David moves up to 3rd with still nobody out, and Garrett Forrester at the plate. He hit it to a fielder's choice his first time, then a bases-loaded walk for an RBI. Back in the 3rd, Garrett now with 18 runs batted in for the Potters. Up here with 1st and 3rd, nobody out. We're in the 4th. Swing and a miss, a fastball right down the middle. 0-1 on Garrett Forrester out of Fair Oaks, California. Chase Stanky, the catcher, is on deck. Here's the pitch on the way. Breaking ball. There goes the runner. And now the runner at 3rd. They throw back to 3rd. They throw back to the plate, and the tag is applied. He is out at the plate. Jeffrey David thought they were going to throw down to 2nd, so he bluffed off 3rd. The throw behind him, and David is thrown out at the plate for the first out of the inning. Holt gets credit for the stolen base to go down to 2nd base. I think the double steal was in effect, and Jeffrey just took off just a little bit too early and couldn't get back. Good play by the catcher Faria to pick that up and get him into the rundown. Breaking ball outside for a ball. Looks like Torin Herrick is warming up for Seattle down in the pen. Right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 210 out of Auburn, Washington. Here's the pitch on the way to Forrester, high for a ball. Hold at second now, 1 out. The Potters have scored twice. They lead 6-0. Forrester coming in at .419 for the summer. Larson looks back at second. That's Holt back there, the pitch. It is called strike 3 on the outside corner, and he's just thinking about it. So 2 outs, and here's Chase Stanke, who had a bases clearing double his second time up. First time up, he grounded to first. Then he cleared the bases with a double, 3 RBI back in the third. So he is 1 for 2. He's got himself 17 runs batted in on the season now with that well-placed double. Larson's pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0 on Stanke. If he keeps it going, Trey Furry follows him. Holt at second. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Potters 6, Studs nothing. Stanke takes inside. Nice play by Faria so it doesn't go back to the backstop. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Chase out of Sugar Grove, Illinois. Owen Cuff, the pitcher of record for the Potters, he's gone the first 4 innings, giving up 2 hits and no runs. Pitch on the way to Stanke. Chase swings and fouls it into the catcher's glove. 2-1 on Chase. Steps out to readjust those batting gloves. Umpire holds up the count. Thanks, ump. You knew I needed that. It is 2-1. Interesting to see if Cuff comes out for the 5th inning or if Potters go to JoJo Villarreal. Here's the pitch as Holt is going. The throw to third. Holt slides. He is in there. Did he stay on the base, though? That's the key, and he did. Did the pop-up slide at third and almost popped himself right off the base. But second stolen base of the inning for Mason Holt. That gives him 11 on the season. That's ball 4 to Stanke, so he'll go down to first base. First and third for the Potters, and here is Trey Furry, who has struck out and grounded to second. 0 for 2. Look at Stones McCoy taking the batting glove, giving it to the ball boy down there just like he's been doing it for years. Amazing. He knew that we were putting the time clock on him for this inning. That we needed runs by this inning, so he's got them. Outside for a ball on Trey Furry. Well, he got 4 in the third, I know that, but we wanted to see him back it up. See if he can do it. It wasn't just a fluke, and he's got me 2 more, so that's good enough. Here's Larson's pitch. Furry takes down low for a ball. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. Potters have scored 2 in the inning. One on a steal of home and one on a Jeffrey David double. Pitch on the way. Trey swings and hits it well to center field. Going back is Wheeler, still going back, and that ball is off the fence. 1 run scores easily. They're going to come around. It's going to be a double for Furry. Scoring easily is Holt. Going over to third is Stanke, and Furry stays hot with a RBI double, and the Potters lead at 7-0. Just hit the deepest part of center field. Just barely missed going out there. And here's Jason Brando. Stanke now at third, Furry at second. That's Trey's 29th run batted into the summer. He barreled that one up like Ryan Stevens says he's been doing for the past week. Almost every time. Here's the pitch on the way to Jason. He lines that ball right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Furry rounding third. He'll score easily. Brando delivers a 2-run single, and the Potters take a 9-0 lead. Right back up the middle. Right back where it came from, and Jason picks up 2 more RBIs. That gets him 29 on the season, so he and Furry both at 29. And the next scheduled batter is supposed to be Quentin Hall, the 9th batter of the inning, but we're going to have a pitching change, I'm pretty sure, because here comes the manager of the Studs. We're going to step away for just a second. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Right now, the Potters lead this one 9-0. Want to train where the Potters train? then Fitness System in Lincoln is where you want to go. You can call them 916-253-3600 or visit 2800 Nichols Road here in Lincoln. So, train where the Potters train at Fitness Systems.
Hey everybody, it's Michael from Goat House Brewing.
Hey, Potters fans.
We're the
You know how eyesight is so very important to watch a baseball game, although you're listening to it on the radio right now. But if you do have eye issues and you need some help, contact IQ Optometry. IQ Optometry is a full-service optometry practice located in the heart of Lincoln, California. They offer the latest in fashion eyewear for all ages, styles, and budgets, as well as comprehensive eye examinations, contact lens fittings, and emergency eye care. IQ Optometry, your Lincoln optometrist.
Torrin Herrick, the new pitcher for the Seattle Studs, a right-hander. Coming to us from Auburn, Washington, San Mateo Community College, 6'2", 210 pounds. He inherits a runner at first base, that's Jason Brando, a 9-0 deficit. And he'll face Quentin Hall, the ninth batter of the inning for the Potters. It started out with walks to Stahl and Grant, a steal of home by Stahl, a double by Jeffrey David. He was thrown out later trying to steal home. Holt singled. Forrester struck out, but then Stanky walked, a double for Furry, and then a single for Brando. And that's where we are right now. Jones McCoy, I mean, he's going to be able to point to his record, 9 runs already. That's pretty good first base coaching right there. And he really hasn't sent anybody. I mean, he can't be responsible for Stanky trying to get to third that time, so he can't be responsible for that. And it's like the straight point, like you point at, like in that Spider-Man meme or whatever it's called, where they're pointing at each other. That's the point he gives you. It's not like a point to the sky. He gives you the straight, like that's right where I want you to go right there. And it's worked so far. He's got Brando over there at first base. Jason 1 for 2 tonight with those 2 runs batted in. And now Quentin Hall is the hitter. Quentin was taking his time as Torrin Herrick warmed up. Now he is ready to go. Drew Stahl would follow if Quentin, at the 9th man in the inning, keeps the inning going. Quentin drawing some design in the dirt. I like that. Don't know what it is, but I like it anyway. He's the first guy to face Torrin Herrick. The third pitcher, Billin started, then Larson, now Herrick. Swing and a miss. There goes the runner. The throw is second. It's a little bit late, and he is safe in there. So Brando steals second base. Umpire kind of waited to see, I think, if Jason stayed on the base. The throw was pretty good, but it was to the third base side of second. So it had to be swiped over on Brando, and he was in.